Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles.
To date, Ron Jones has beaten 14 opponents. He is about to play against his 15th opponent. If he beats this player, he will win his third new car, which will bring his winnings close to $87,000. In a moment, we'll find out how he makes out as... From Hollywood, it's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic-Tac-Dough. And now, here's our host, Clayton Martindale.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, all right. Hey, welcome to our show. Somebody held up a banner. Where's the banner from up there? The National Institute of Technology. All right. Put it up there. Let's see it. If we're going to see it, let's see it. All right. Now, the other groups in the audience are so saddened that they didn't bring a banner so that they could hold their banner up. But I'll hold the banner high for everybody else, all right, as the host. Here is our current big winner.
Our current champion, whose winnings in cash and prizes total $80,400, is from San Francisco. He's a waiter whose interests include writing, tennis, and the movies. Meet Ron Jones. And his opponent, he's a motion picture lab coordinator whose interests include bicycling and building models. Meet Rob Hummel.
Rob, whom I just met, says he'd love to have some of that action over there, some of that 80 foul plus. We'll talk to Ron in just a second. We have Ron and Rob, right?
That's right.
Rob Hummel. What do you do as a motion picture lab coordinator?
Well, I work with film production companies, but my specialty is really special effects in that area.
What films have you worked on?
Well, a film called Blade Runner and a Disney film called Tron about life inside of a computer.
I never heard either one of those. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, very big hits, as a matter of fact, especially Tron. Big at the box office. They use computers in making special effects, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. When just about any information you can give to the computer, it can instruct the camera and give you just about anything you want.
Well, we can get just about anything we want out of our computers up here, and if you're lucky, maybe you can, too. By the way, you have anybody in the audience?
Yeah, I have my wife here.
Where is
She's
she?
Sitting right over there.
What a pretty lady. What is her name?
Anne.
Hi, Anne. How are you? Welcome. Wish them good luck. Rob, welcome. Rob Hummel. This is Ron Jones. I think everybody by now who is any regular watcher of Tic-Tac-Dough, and I hope there are a lot out there, are familiar with the fact that this gentleman is our current winner. As Charlie pointed out, he now has a total in cash and prizes of $80,400. If I had my hat on, I'd take it off to you, Ron. Our biggest winner in quite a while. You've won 2 automobiles, and I might point out that if you defeat Rob over here in this match right now, you will have won your 3rd car. What in the world would a person such as yourself do with 3 cars?
Well, I got a lot of relatives, so
Lots of relatives.
Yes.
Just pass them all out to the relatives. Would anybody like to be a relative of Ron for a couple of days? Hey, good luck to you both. Here we go. Ron Jones and Rob Hummel as we play this new match of Tic-Tac-Dough. Okay, let's take a look at the board and see what subjects we can come up with, all right? We're going to be dealing with things like World War II comic strips, the stage, faces, aquatic biology, women in songs, U.S. geography, the jump-in category. Pick that one, and I'll read the question to both of you. Whoever buzzes first gets the chance to answer the question. Who am I? 9 subjects. Ron, begin, please.
I'll go to U.S. geology, please.
United States geography, all right? U.S. geography. And here's your question, Ron. During the days of westward expansion, over 200,000 pioneers used this natural gap in the Appalachian Mountains as a gateway to the West. The gap is bordered by the southern states of Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Name it.
Cumberland Gap.
Right, the Cumberland Gap. Man knows his geography. Mighty intelligent fella. That's why he has so much money. $200 in the pot as the X goes up there. We shuffle. Rob, please.
I'll go with the faces category in the center.
In the center box, all right. Take a look at this picture, Rob. Here is a sports legend who had an army of followers. First, I want you to name him, and then name his sport. I'll give you a few seconds to look at that. Who is that, Rob?
That's Palmer.
Yes, Arnold Palmer. What's his sport?
Golf.
Right. I think 9 out of 10 people would come up with that answer correctly. Faces, Arnold Palmer. Put an O there, 500 in the pot. We shuffle. Ron, back to you again. Where's that next X going to go?
I'll go to World War II, Wink.
World War II, all right. Ron, in 1943, after the Italian army had met with numerous defeats, this Italian dictator, known as Il Duce, was overthrown and imprisoned. He later headed a puppet government in northern Italy. Name him.
Mussolini.
Right, Benito Mussolini. Another X on the board, World War II. We shuffle. Back to Rob Hummel.
Wink, I'll have to go with comic strips to block.
To block Ron, Rob, Little Orphan Annie owns a dog named Sandy. Blondie and Dagwood own a dog named Daisy. I want you to name the little comic strip boy who owns a dog named Ruff, and you'll have a block.
Oh, boy. Dennis the Menace.
You got it. You have the block. Dennis Mitchell. Dennis the Menace. We'll continue with the match between Ron and Rob in just a moment. As you may already know, our very next show will feature 8 very classy guys. They'll compete against each other in a special tournament, each one playing for his favorite charity. All here on Tic-Tac-Dough. Be sure to watch this very special tournament. That's on our very next show, the tournament of 8 classy guys playing for $10,000 for his favorite charity. Okay, it's back to the match now between Ron and Rob. $900 in the pot to this point. 5 boxes on the board. Let's shuffle, and Ron, turn it back to you.
I'll go to U.S. Geography to block, Wink.
For a vertical block, Ron, to block Rob, a place called Four Corners is the only point in the United States where 4 states meet. Utah and New Mexico are 2 of these states. For a block, name either of the others.
Would you repeat that, please, Wink?
A place called Four Corners is the only point in the United States where 4 states meet. Utah and New Mexico are 2 of the states. Name either of the others.
Arizona.
Right. Colorado and Arizona, the other 2 states. You got one of the 2 left. That's good for a block. We move them around. Turn back to Rob.
Wink, I'll go for U.S. Geography.
Okay, and here's your question, Rob. The lowest point in the Western Hemisphere is near an area called Badwater in this California desert valley. Name it.
Death Valley.
Right. Death Valley, California. U.S. Geography. Get to know. 3 boxes left. Let's shuffle them around. Playing for $1,300, Ron.
Okay, I'll go to U.S. Geography to block again.
For a horizontal block of Rob, the tree-covered peaks of this beautiful green mountain areas make this New England state one of our most scenic. In fact, its name comes from the French for Green Mountain. For a block, name it.
Vermont.
Vermont is the state. Yes, you have the block. So we put an X there, and we're down to 2 boxes, and we shuffle those categories around. And Rob, it is your turn. Either Who Am I or comic strips.
Wink, I'll go with comic strips. Excuse me.
I don't know. I better go to the judge for a ruling on that. Judge, what is your ruling?
Wink, as the contestants are advised before the show, when selecting categories, we must accept the first discernible category choice, no matter how quickly they may try to change it. In this case, Rob was clearly selecting the category Who Am I, and so we must go with that selection.
Okay, Rob, it'll have to be Who Am I, top left corner of the board. Hi, I'm a famous doctor, and I've got a problem. You see, after a long day in the laboratory, I like to mix myself a drink. Problem is, I take a couple of sips, and I turn into a real monster. In fact, it's gotten so bad I can't hide it anymore. Who am I?
Dr. Jekyll.
Right, Dr. Jekyll from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So we put an O there, and we have 1 box left. Was that an Academy losing performance? I think so. There's no question about it. Let's see what subject comes up. We see faces. So, Ron, that will be your category. And if you answer the question correctly, you will win your 15th game of Tic-Tac-Dough, $1,900 on this game. You will also win your 3rd car for a correct answer. And all of this would give you a grand total of $88,100. Take a look at this picture. This man's face is all over the place. For Tic-Tac-Dough, your 3rd car and a total of $88,100. Name him.
Colonel Sanders.
You got it. Colonel Harlan Sanders means for Ron a 3rd car and some more cash and a grand total of $88,100. Congratulations to you, Ron. Here are the details on your new car. Charlie?
Run for your driving pleasure from Shonlaw Chevrolet. It's the brand new Chevy Chevette two-door coupe. Compliments of Tic-Tac-Dough.
So again, Ron, congratulations to you. And I feel badly for you, Rob, because, you know, we have this ironclad set of rules, and we must follow them. And a rule that works for you in your favor can go against you as it did then, but it can also go against Ron in a similar situation. So I know you understand. And, of course, the rules are explained to all of our contestants before the show starts. But, Rob, we do have a couple of very nice consolation prizes for you, and our thanks for being with us on Tic-Tac-Dough. Rob Hummel. Okay, Ron, come on over. Yeah, that is a tough break. I always hate to have those things happen, but they've happened many times in the past, and I'm sure they'll happen in the future. 3 cars now, one for you, one for your wife. Now you're going to start passing them around to all the relatives. Now, that's tacky, isn't it? That's great. Hey, behind these numbers are various amounts of money. We have a tick, we have a tack, and, of course, the dragon. Reach $1,000 or more, or combine the tick and the tack, and here's what you're going to win, Ron.
Ron, there are 24 hours in a day, and the prizes in this package will help you keep track of them. First, Ron, keep up with the march of time with this stylish
Tack, you automatically get the dough. Okay, Ron, we're going to cover them up and move them around. Now, 9 numbers mean time for you to start selecting. He's one of those people who has nobody in the audience to give him a little advice. So this being a brilliant audience, why don't you all let him know where to move on this board up here, all right? Give us some numbers.
I'd like to go to the lady who wants number 1.
Number 1. Lady right there called out number 1. And right at the top of the board, we find a top flight number, $100 worth. 900 more, and you win the watch. You need $250 a tick.
Okay, I'm going to go with this lady here. What do you want? Number 2.
Number 2, all righty. $250 a tick, and you got the trip to Switzerland. You got it. Yeah, Rob's wife, yeah, the fellow that you just beat, she's the lady on the end there. Very lovely lady, too. Is she the one who gave you that number?
She sure is.
Very nice.
Rob's a lucky guy in that respect.
He speaks very nicely of Rob now that he's beat him in this game. Let's look at the rest of the board. 3, 4, 6, and 8. The dragon was behind number 6. You now have a total, including the trip to Switzerland, your 3rd car, all of the other prizes you've won.